Grand Rising community. Grand Rising. I'm not gonna lie, I've been getting more comfortable on the camera, getting more and more comfortable, and that's what I like to see. I dyed my hair red. I don't even. I think my hair was red last video. I'm unsure because I haven't posted in like 12 or 13 days. But I said it's time. Time to give them another one. Today, I don't really have a main premise of what I want to talk about. So I'm gonna read what I have in my notebook and go based off of that, and we'll go from there. You know what I'm saying? Uh, I know one thing now that I could just kind of feel coming in as I get more and more in alignment, because I feel like my person is on the way, and the reason I say that, the reason I say my person on the way is because I just keep I just keep hearing it and hearing it about I about I even need a girlfriend, or and I even where's your girlfriend, and I just sit back and I'm like, why is this the main topic for me right now? And I don't know if I'm talking loud enough. Hopefully I am, but I just keep hearing, Ivan, where's your girlfriend? Ivan, you need a girlfriend. Ivan, your girlfriend on the way. And I keep seeing things in twos, twos. Everything right now is in twos. Like I was watching something on Disney, and I forgot what it was called, but it was a volcano that kept singing and singing, looking for his partner, and he was seeing all the animals and twos. He seen it was like I think it was like whales and dolphins and birds, and they had a volcano that was underwater, and she would listen to his song as he sang his song, and then eventually, well, while she was listening to his songs, he was slowly sinking, and the water was rising. So yeah, so he was slowly sinking, and she was steady rising. So oh, okay. I don't know why the Gimple did that. And eventually, she sprouted out of the water, and she couldn't see him, right? So the fact is that it's like this. Imagine this. Hold on. You can see this. You can barely see this. It was like that, and then she was like facing this way, right? So she couldn't see him. So then he sunk under the water eventually. They both still upset and sad because they wanted to see each other. He didn't even know she was there until she sprouted. So he's seeing her and she can't see him, and it's like, so eventually he sinks and she comes all the way out, and then she sung the same song that he was singing, and then boom, splash out that water. I mean, splashed out that water. And then it was both of them together, singing the song together, and I found that very beautiful. I did. And since we're on the topic of relationships, let's see what I have in here for relationships. I actually written a poem. Yes, Young Mansour written a poem. I posted it on TikTok like maybe like 3 or 4 days ago, I think. Maybe been longer than that, but I'm about to read it. I think the gimbal might be dying because there's no way that keep happening, and it just updated. It's called The Ghost of Action. It says, the silence filled the voids with words I never said. I wish I spoken before. The sun dipped its head. Night falls, and I dream of you, a flame I never fed. They say the masculine moves, but I stood still, smiling sideways, hoping energy could speak when my lips wouldn't spill. You were right there, like a ghost from my past, not hunting, but reminding me of what could last. Mama said a closed mouth doesn't get fed, so I pray my silence reaches you. In the space between what is felt and what's said, I hope my quiet guidance breaches through. And I've written this poem because I feel like okay because I felt that a lot of the times I really liked a person or was attracted to a person and I never said anything to him. It was more of me just sitting there thinking and hoping. It's more of me hoping that they would just feel the energy between us, and that goes between the whole thing of the ghost of action part. So let me break it down. It says the silence filled the voids with words I never said because uh I just explained that part actually. Just explain that part. And it says I wish I would have spoken before the sun dipped his head, meaning I wish I would have said something before like we like stopped talking and stuff and went our separate ways. It says the night falls, I dream of you, a flame I never fed. Okay, because we all know when you don't feed a flame, the flame dies. Come, when the flame don't get this oxygen, the flame dies, and that also ties into the part of not using your mouth, your mouth, use your mouth, and it's crazy because there is times when I do dream of the person, and I write it down, but I never tell. Huh. And they say the masculine moves, but I stood still, smiling sideways, hoping the energy could speak when my lips wouldn't spill. So they say the masculine moves, but I stood still because they say the masculine is all about action, and due to the fact that the masculine is all about action, yeah, due to the masculine is all about action, he can't get out my video, man. I don't know how to edit yet. Run, as Bray Wyatt used to say. Run. I am the color red in a world full of black and white. Run. Okay, I'm gonna read it again. I got distracted. They say the masculine moves, but I stood still, smiling sideways, hoping energy could speak when my lips wouldn't spill. Why does this gimbal keep doing this? This making me mad. Can I even clip this to this? I can't even clip this to this. Man, this gimbal blowing it. Paid like $80 for you, man. You're right. Okay, back to it. The masculine moves, but I stood still. They say the masculine is mainly about action. He's not thought based. They say the feminine is thought based. So when I stood still, it's more of a waiting moment for me to see like what's gonna happen and what will be said. They say smiling sideways. I don't know if this I don't know if this is gonna reach the person because I don't try to directly reach the people. Well, the people I mainly be talking about. You know what I'm saying? Seeing them, it was more of a I used to know you. Maybe I still know you on some type of level, but it was a you know type of smile, and I was like, I just had to sit there, hoping energy could speak when my lips wouldn't spill, and doing that, a little awkward, but at the same time, it wasn't. That smiling sideways part is that ties into that part so well because that smell spoke. I hope that smell spoke what I couldn't speak in that moment. You were right there, like a ghost from my past, not hunting, but reminding me of what could last. When I I'd rather be friends with a person before I ever try to get in a relationship with them. Get this off. Yeah, I would rather be friends with a person before a relationship. So me just being in that moment, seeing someone that I felt like we had a deep connection with at some point, not as of a relationship type thing, but just okay, a relationship. But when I say relationship, I'm not meaning in the term of partnership. You were right there, like not hunting, but reminding me what class. And I'm sitting there, and as I sit here, I kind of find myself like in this energy of kind of wanting to cry. But at the same time, I know I gotta sit with this feeling to truly understand it. I'm an intentional person. Everything I do have an intention behind it, what everyone does have an intention behind it, and I need people to understand that. Even if it was an accident, it was meant to happen on purpose. Last part of it, it says, "Mama said a closed mouth doesn't get fed, so I pray my silence reaches you." In the space between what's felt and what's said, I hope my quiet guidance breaches through. Okay. We all know the part when it says "Mama said a closed mouth doesn't get fed" mean because parents always say we have to speak up or they won't know what we need or what we want, and they'll just keep going based off their own intuition, and they'll get you whatever they feel you desire at that moment. And what they get you might not be what you need or what you want because it's based on what they felt, not based on what you know and what you feel. So it's like when you want some shoes and you say, "Mommy, I want some shoes," but you want a specific shoe, and you don't tell your mama what specific shoe you want. So she gets you a shoe, and you be like, "Oh, I don't like that," but you never said anything. You was just you was just hoping that she could read your mind, and I think that's where I kind of failed at thinking people could read my mind or not being truly expressive to the person. I'm not. I'm like when I'm friends with somebody, which I love. I love to be friends. Before I love the whole idea of a friendship before dating. I feel like that's the best. I feel like that's one of the best parts where you could truly learn about somebody, and grow with somebody. It says, "So I pray my silence reaches you," because it's in this moment of separation. I know one day we'll be it wouldn't even have to be. I wouldn't even have to have a relationship with this person. Partnership, dating. But I know. that I held a special place and they hold a special place. And that was a time of learning not only about each other, but learning about yourself, especially during the season of isolation for me, where I kind of feel alone. Not lonely, alone, but at the same time, I know it's meant for me to grow. The last part of it says, in the space between what's felt and what's said, I hope my quiet guidance reaches through. Meaning, meaning, I said I didn't always speak up for myself when I needed to, or when I really wanted a person. Significant other. That's the term I should be using. Because we have a relationship with everybody, but I should be using the term significant other. In the space between what's felt and what's said, silence. Let me let me leave y'all for something because I'm not the type to try to cry on camera, and it might seem like I'm not about to cry, but I can feel it. So after this, I gotta sit with that feeling. But I love it. I love it. I love these poems. I love everything I do, and I would say the next video I'm gonna make it about love, lust, and limerence. I can't tell you, but I'm gonna just say sit in silence. And when you feel certain emotions, sit in that emotion, feel it. That emotion is trying to teach you something. Let it teach you. Don't keep pushing it off and pushing it to the side. I think that's what I'm gonna do. The next video about limiting beliefs, cause I did this one about the poem. So I think the next one gonna be limiting beliefs, and I'm still dealing with that. Hey, Ivan, clock out. It's time to clock in. It's time to get to work. Time to go to work with these kids. These kids, these kids, you heard? Now, why don't you see me swag? Bring that to the. It's fine. Won't you see me surface? Yeah.